Hello everyone, what's diplomacy? Diplomacy is the art of negotiating to settle an issue or a conflict or a disagreement. The Kingdom of Morocco has shown a diplomacy that is just unlike any other, unparalleled know-how. The country has remained secure and safe. The territories lost to gangs are being recovered. Allies have come to terms with the truth. And we're not talking about any allies here, we're talking about the real ones, not the hypocrites because of blood or faith, but the allies who have the capacity to turn everything around. The establishment in Morocco knows who to trust. The bonds that lead to peace have been built, and the tripartite alliance is stronger than ever. One has to believe that if somebody comes to conquer your territory wrongly and unjustly, you are going to take up arms to fight for that which you consider sacred. If you are a believer, a faithful, then you will believe that militias, gangs, do not belong in safe territories. Then you will believe that all they bring is havoc and destruction. Then you will believe that you have to fight them to re-establish peace. A country that withdrew from the African Union a long time ago because of malice is back, stronger than ever, thanks to the support of allies that are unlike any other allies. I leave it to you to guess. This alliance was strong. It got stronger. It is at its strongest now, and it will only get better. Diplomacy has served the country on many fronts, despite the malice from many parts of the world, including the neighbors, many actually. You use peaceful means to re-establish order and get your land back and re-establish territorial integrity. But the conflict endures for many, many years, for decades, at the expense of people who were paying the cost of everything that happened down there in the southern territories because of militias that prevented Moroccans access to the south, to beautiful Africa, starting from the borders between Mauritania and Morocco, that prevented Moroccans from accessing the southern regions and the eastern regions as well. Now all of a sudden we're getting there, we're rebuilding. Diplomacy was about to become defense. Defense is diplomacy, but the D becomes another D. So diplomacy just becomes defense, because in diplomacy you want to do development. The 3D paradigm, as is used by some powerful countries around the world that have shown us the assistance that nobody else ever did. The support, the encouragement on all fronts, with a stroke of a pen, re-established order to this peaceful country with the peaceful people who for a long time did not know what to do to fight for their rights because of the malice of gangs. Now we're back. Things are getting better. And we believe that it will only get better and better. So let diplomacy be your tool, but be ready to turn it into defense. And all together we can do diplomacy, development, when the parties agree because they are peaceful and loving of their people. And then you can move to the third D, which is defense. That is, the other party is not ready for peace, and so the only solution for you is to actually take up arms, which is unfortunate but necessary. Let us say that, let's pray that peace prevails. And I also want to say that the people of two countries may be at each other's neck because of the unwillingness of states to resolve their differences. But there comes a time when the leaders of the two countries, thanks to the prodding of strong allies, will sit down around a table and resolve their differences, which will disappear in no time. That which used to look like a huge issue, a problem, all of a sudden becomes overcomable in less than a second with a stroke of a pen by people who are so deserving of respect. So diplomacy is our way. We'll follow it. We'll be aware of those who want to hurt us, who want to do us harm because of a jealousy, because of a hatred, because of who they are. But we are not going to stay there. We are just going to use peaceful means and try to improve the relationship. The leaders of the two countries will sign a deal of surrender, and then the people from the two countries will start talking to each other and will stay away from the hatred that's been prevalent in the media and social media and in public arena and discourse. People hating one another, throwing insults at each other from the two countries. But once the leaders, under the leadership of those big countries that want peace around the world, sit down and resolve the differences, and the differences have already been resolved whether that party wants it or not, then the people will do the same. They will possibly learn that insults do not work, that insulting one's way through does not get one where he or she wants to get. So let's arm ourselves with the strength of diplomacy, common sense, and the willingness to do business together. Unless the other party does not want to do diplomacy with you and does not want to do developments with you. They just do not want you to succeed. They don't want you to build a business. They consider you an enemy, and they want to fight you on all fronts with criminal minds. But then there is a point where you decide that it's the defense front that is the place to be. So thank you very much, and keep diplomacy on your side, and resolving differences peacefully, and being ready to do business together, and most importantly, to fight. That is to do defense against those who do not want to be peaceful. Long live the United States of America, long live the Kingdom of Morocco, long live the peaceful people of the world. Thank you.